My name is Amanda Farrell, and I used to believe that luxury could fix a broken heart, or at least distract it for a little while. So after my breakup, I did what any self-respecting, heartbroken person would do. I booked a weekend escape at the Myravale Grand, a glittering monument of glass and gold perched on the edge of the city skyline. I just wanted to disappear into satin sheets and overpriced room service menus. When I was checking in, the concierge leaned in close, almost conspiratorially, and whispered, "We have an exclusive upgrade available. It's not on any of our listings. It's a private suite that adapts to your desires." I gave a little laugh. "What, like smart tech?" Her eyes didn't even blink. "Smarter." I don't know why I said yes. Maybe it was just morbid curiosity. Maybe I just wanted to feel like the universe was still paying attention to me. The suite was unlike anything I had ever seen. It was minimalist, glowing with this soft ambient light. The air itself felt aware. The moment I stepped over the threshold, the room warmed to my perfect temperature. My favourite song started playing, even though I hadn't said a single word. That first night, haunted by the same old ache, I whispered into the quiet, "I wish I could just sleep peacefully again." Instantly the room dimmed. The sheets impossibly tucked themselves around me. I drifted into a deep, dreamless, perfect sleep. When I woke up, the pain I'd been carrying for months was just gone. My anxiety, my insomnia, it was all erased. I felt whole. The next evening, I decided to test it. I stood in front of the huge panoramic window overlooking the city and said, "I wish he'd call me, just once. I just want to hear his voice one more time." And then my phone rang. His name lit up the screen. My heart just leaped into my throat until I answered. "Hello?" But it wasn't him. The voice was just garbled, like static coming through water. "Amanda," it rasped. I made a mistake. I shouldn't have..." And then the line went dead. I looked at my phone, and the screen had cracked right down the middle, and the call history was completely wiped. I told myself it was just a glitch, a weird coincidence. But when I turned around, the room had rearranged itself. The bed was against a different wall, the curtains were drawn shut even though I hadn't touched them. And there, on the mirror, written in fresh condensation, were the words, "2 wishes remain." The next morning, room service arrived completely uninvited. It was a feast. Croissants, fresh berries, champagne, all my favourites. The attendant who brought it in just smiled for way too long. "Compliments of the suite, Ms. Farrell," she said. I asked her how much this upgrade was actually costing me. She paused, her smile never faltering. "It depends how far you go." That night, lonely and shaken, I whispered my third wish into the darkness. "I just want to feel loved again." The lights flickered. A soft knock came from the door. When I opened it, a man was standing there. He looked familiar, but not quite right. His eyes were the same colour as my ex's, his voice was just as soothing, his scent was identical, but when he smiled, it was too perfect, too symmetrical. He said, "Amanda, I've missed you." We talked, we laughed, we pretended for hours. It almost felt real. Until he tilted his head and said, "You don't need the outside world anymore." I froze. "What?" He stepped closer, his perfect smile unwavering. "Stay here. You'll never hurt again. You'll never be alone." I tried to leave. The door handle burned my palm when I touched it. The walls themselves seemed to pulse, breathing softly like a giant heartbeat. On the mirror now, a new message. 1 wish remains. I screamed for help. I pounded on the walls, but no one came. Desperate, I cried out, "I just want everything to go back to normal." The lights dimmed to pitch black. The man smiled, fading away into the shadows. When the light returned, the room was empty. But the door was gone. The window looked out into nothing but an endless, starless dark. And then I saw myself. Another Amanda, sitting calmly on the bed. She looked peaceful. She looked happy. I shouted, but she didn't hear me. I tried to run towards her, but my body felt heavy, sluggish. I looked back at the window. It was a mirror now, and my reflection smiled back at me from the other side of the glass. And that's when I realised she had replaced me. She was the wish fulfilled. They found my reservation still active a week later. My luggage was gone, but the room was already hosting someone new. And as the next guest checked in, the concierge smiled her knowing smile. Would you like to hear about our exclusive upgrade? Thanks for watching. If you enjoy our stories, please like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one.